So what if I told you by holding the IHG Rewards Premier Rewards Card, after 1 year, I've earned a total of 5 free nights with a value of just shy of $500, and also earning free suite upgrade awards as a platinum member from IHG. I've earning over a total value of over $1,500 having this card in the last year. I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why I think this is the best hotel beginner card in the game. Anyway, let's talk about this. Reason number 1, it's a very easy card to use as the multipliers you can use for everyday spend. The IHG Premier Rewards card packs a 5x multipliers on staple categories such as dining, travel, and gas. And if you're not spending money on those categories, you get a 3x on everything else for other categories such as groceries or drug purchases. So in essence, it really makes this card a very simple cash-out card for all your everyday purchases and earning hotel reward points as well. And of course, the big superpowers, you can earn up to 26x with this card on stays at IHG properties. Basically, you get 10x for being an IHG member, and then the stack, you get the 10x on IHG stays, and then finally the final 6x stack on being an IHG Platinum member when using this card for IHG stays. So a total of 10 plus 6 equals 26x, and use this IHG card for IHG stays. Not bad, right? And for example, I used this card one time for a work stay, and I earned 14,000 IHG points for one stay, and 14,000 points goes a long way in redeeming up for a reward stay with IHG, as shown right here. Reason number 2, IHG points are super flexible. So if you're a beginner in this game or advanced, the points being very flexible is very important, because if you can't decide where to go or use it, the points don't ever expire. And of course, the points don't ever expire as long as you're an IHG Platinum member, which means you have this card at all times. Also, when you do redeem your IHG points for reward stays, guess what? There's no blackout dates. So you're not dependent on the hotel on having availability. It's more on where you want to go and when. And if you're not sure where to go, IHG has a big footprint in the hotel world, as it has over 6,000 destinations worldwide. And I can attest for that, as we've been to destinations such as the Crown Plaza in Berlin, or how about the Vocal property in Australia, in Vietnam and Asia, or even the Holiday Inn in America or in Canada. That is only 5 different countries staying at IHG properties worldwide. Reason number 3 is the perk, where you can get a 4th night free on award stays. And people talk about doing that perk, but I've actually done it a couple times, and I'm going to show you the math here. As mentioned in the intro, I've earned a total of 5 free nights with this perk. And the total value of those 5 free nights I got with the IHG Rewards card is just shy of $500. That kind of value is more than the annual fee of $99 of over $400. So look at the value in having the IHG Rewards card and using that 4th night free perk. And reason number 4, the award points with IHG are very reasonable. In the year 2024, we stayed a total of 55 nights at IHG property. Please keep in mind, 19 of those nights were work stays, so the other 36 were for leisure. And we're going to focus on those 36 nights we did on leisure, as most of them were doing on award nights. And in all those stays, the highest point total per night was actually only 60,000 nights at the IHG Boston location. Otherwise, the average points per stay was around 20 to 30,000 points easily, as you can get stays at Asia from 10 to 14,000, or around the mid 20 to 30,000 in America or even in Germany. Whereas another hotel chain such as Hilton, their lowest points are around 30,000. You're not even getting the highest property brand. You're getting the lowest end of Hilton for 30, 35,000 per night. And if you had to choose between a mid-end property of IHG or a low end for the same amount of points, I'm going to choose IHG. To give you an example and visualize, Intercontinental is basically their highest brand for IHG, and you can book this 40,000 points in Singapore, a city where I've been to recently, and it's not a cheap city to stay in, and it's very nice. Would you rather stay at the Intercontinental for 40,000 points from IHG, or would you want to stay at Hilton, their lower end property, for 30,000 points? My pick is IHG. And the last and 5th reason is getting that free night award when you own this card for 1 year. It's a pretty well-known perk of having this card for 1 year, as the max value of this free night is 40,000 points. And you're wondering, what can 40 points get you? Let me give you some examples. Going back to that Intercontinental property in Singapore, that's 40,000 points. You know what the cash value is? Just shy of $300. Or how about staying in New York? There's a IHG property called the 70 Park Avenue North, and that's also 40,000 points. And guess what? Just shy of $300 in cash price. So you could say really this anniversary 40,000 free night award from IHG is about $300 max. Talk about great value, right? And just in case you're still around, here are some of the perks of the card if you're not aware. The standard welcome offer for this kind of card I got was $140,000 for $3,000 spent in 3 months. And you can see it fluctuate as high as around 165 or 175 during several times of the year. So make a note of that. If you're interested in this card, I'll leave the referral link of this card if you're interested. It does help support the channel. Anyway, on to more perks. The next perk of this is very huge, the automatic platinum status for IHG. It's the second highest in the membership program, Diamond being the highest, and I generally think it's a sweet spot in the IHG member program because it gives you perks such as a welcome amenity at check-in, which is usually some points or a drink or a snack. You also get early check-in when available, and of course, late checkout as late as 2 p.m. And I think the biggest perk is the availability of getting a free suite upgrade when available, which I made a video on how to do one. You can definitely check it out there. As you know, suites give you that extra space for work purposes or just to relax during your leisure trip. And of course, the overall value of your stay increases because you get a bigger room, you get more perks. And for example, we got a free suite upgrade during our stay in Osaka in May, and the value of that suite was $40 more per day, which comes out to $168 for a 4-day stay. But the biggest thing out of that suite upgrade was we got a free washer and dryer, so we're able to wash our clothes in the hotel room before we leave Japan back to America. In total, I got 5 free suite upgrades during the course of 2024, which came out to a total of almost $900. 3 of them were from work free suite upgrades and 2 were from personal trips. So one last perk is that $120 statement credit, which can be used on global entry or TSA pre-check, which helps you get through security line or border control very quickly within minutes, if not seconds. And it's better than staying in that regular line where you could be stuck in hours, and as a result of waiting that long, you could miss that connecting flight back home from an international flight, or that connecting flight to take you to an international destination. And here are some other perks I didn't primarily use, but I want to mention it as I didn't find the value in it or didn't meet the financial requirements. One thing is that $25 United Airlines travel bank credit you get biannually, and I just couldn't figure it out because you have to use the $25 credit every 6 months, and there's no flights on United Airlines, at least from where I am, that will give me really good value, so I couldn't use that. So one perk I didn't achieve was getting a $100 statement credit and 10,000 bonus IHG points if you could spend $20,000 on this card during the calendar year. Yeah, so definitely didn't spend $20,000 in the calendar with this card. Another financial requirement I didn't get was spending $40,000 or more, which elevates you to diamond status, but guess what? I didn't get that either because $40,000 is way more than I would be spending. And lastly, saving 20% on points purchases is kind of a really irrelevant perk of this card because numerous times during the year, IHG puts out better bonus point sales of 100% or more. And because you can't stack that 20% with the 100% bonus points with IHG, it makes that perk really just useless in my mind. Anyway, that's it for the review of the IHG Premier Rewards card. Got a lot of value in this card. It is from Player 2, by the way. And I can't say it's definitely the best beginner hotel credit card to have if you're unsure, and such easy use, points are flexible, and many locations worldwide. Let me know in the comments what you think about the value I got of this card, and let me know if you're interested in getting this card as well. Anyways, I say in all my videos, make sure to hit that like button, share my content going forward. Life is short, shroud more one. Stick around for some clips during my last football game where I watched Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings in Sunday Night Football. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.